Don't let your AC system get knocked out by the heat this upcoming summer. Call KS Services and let our team come take a look. We repair and install all makes and models. We even offer a free no-hassle quote and second opinion, so give us a call today. With our flexible financing, you can literally pick your payment. We may even be able to help you knock down that utility bill a bit.
KS Heating and Air, the team ensuring your comfort.
It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Wednesday, September 12th. I'm James Spann. Eyes are on Florence, a very challenging forecast after 48 hours. And all of this coming on the anniversary of the arrival of Hurricane Frederick on the Alabama Gulf Coast on this date in 1979. It's the peak of the hurricane season. Let's talk about it. Here we go. This is the current look across North America. Got the westerlies up north, and you can see Florence creeping into the image there on the right, and nice upper high north of Florence, pushing it toward the coast. But the steering currents collapse in about 48 hours, and that's going to make this thing maybe do the hokey pokey and get really loopy over there, making for a very challenging forecast. Here's current watch warning map. Of course, the focus is on the Carolinas with Florence, but out west we have a number of red flag warnings for wildfire danger. Here's a severe weather outlook for today. There might be a few widely scattered storms here, but widespread rain not expected. Then tomorrow, we've got a risk of severe weather for eastern North Carolina as Florence approaches. And this is mainly for tomorrow night. And there could be a few isolated tornadoes in that section. Check the QPF chart here. This is the rain for the next 7 days. A couple of areas with big numbers. One over the lower Texas coast. That is with Invest 95L. That might become a depression or storm. The name would be Joyce if it gets a name, but the main effect would be heavy rain, especially below Galveston and Houston. Here's the latest look at the Carolinas. This could change as the track forecast changes, but needless to say, inland flooding a very severe concern here. For Alabama, you can see that just maybe in the far northeastern corner of the state, rain would increase with Florence, but for most of the state, looks kind of dry with rain amounts under 1/2 inch between now and Wednesday morning of next week. But again, this is subject to change. So let's go right to the good old tropics. It's a smorgasbord. Our tropical trio, Florence, Isaac, Helene. We've got Invest 95L, that is north of the Yucatan. This is a look at the guidance on that coming up toward the lower Texas coast for the weekend. And again, that's going to be a rainmaker. And a couple of the models bringing up the tropical storm Joyce, but whether it's a depression, storm, wave, same issue. It's just going to be a lot of rain for parts of the Texas coast. We'll go way out east. Helene, weakening and moving north, no threat to land. Isaac, this thing will be coming through the Leeward Islands tomorrow afternoon, and then the Hurricane Center just fizzles it out. They expect it will dissipate and degenerate into an open wave this weekend south of Jamaica. And that's great news. If that indeed is the case, no worries for the Gulf of Mexico. So let's just talk about Florence. This is the infrared image early this morning. The sun just hitting it as I'm doing this update, but you can see looks like there could be a little dry air on the southern edge of this thing, a little lopsided. The outflow somewhat constrained on the southern side, but still very powerful hurricane, 130-mile-per-hour winds. Here's a new track, and again, with each forecast package, they're adjusting this a little to the south. This thing comes up around Cape Fear as a major hurricane, Category 3 at the time of landfall, if we do get landfall there. Storm surge issues along and north of that point, on up through the Outer Banks and the North Carolina coast. And then what goes on from there, it's a challenge. On this package, they drift it down through South Carolina, maybe into North Georgia by Sunday night. Of course, it's a weakening system. But with the slow motion, range is going to be a nightmare, the flooding problem. Tropical storm force winds may be arriving on the Gulf Coast, or the Atlantic coast as early as tomorrow morning. Here's the latest guidance from WPC. That really dark purple, that's in excess of 20 inches on the coast of North Carolina. And somebody might wind up with 2 to 3 feet here, depending on how this thing plays out. So let's go into modeling. This is the GFS the 06C run at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Nice cool trough in the northwest. Upper high 594 high on top of Florence. And again, for us, just a few widely scattered showers and storms today. The better chance probably south of Interstate 59. Highs upper 80s. Tomorrow, midday, Florence approaching. Friday, midday, Florence hugging the coast around Cape Fear and Wilmington. And we should mention for us, Friday, Saturday, Sunday look pretty dry and hot. Highs around 90. Few, if any, showers. Saturday, this thing is a little offshore, drifting southwest. Understand there's going to be some upwelling here with cooler water coming up. It's not going to maintain a, probably major hurricane strength, but still, it's going to be a big, big problem here. We'll go to Sunday, comes down toward Savannah. Now, remember, as you look at this, the bad side is north and east of the circulation center here, so this puts South and North Carolina still in tremendous rains on Sunday. We'll go to Monday. It's east of Atlanta, and then Tuesday it's moving up toward West Virginia. And on this scenario with the GFS, the bulk of the rain stays north and east of Alabama. Let's go to Wednesday of next week. Upper high west of the state, and again, the main showers with the remnants of Florence would be north and east of here. Quickly, we'll go out 10 days, upper high to the east, and that looks kind of muggy with a chance of showers. But let's go to the European. Do we dare do this? Let's just show the animation. This is pretty remarkable if indeed this happens, and this is just deterministic output, but it's got some support for the ensembles where this thing drives down to the southwest and comes into the Georgia coast Sunday, down around Savannah. And understand it's going to be much weaker at that point, but still, there'll be a lot of rain and some wind with that. And then it curves up into Georgia, and that would actually bring some rain with this thing to parts of East and North Alabama if this were to verify. It's just an idea that's on the table. But again, that's just a sign that forecast confidence is low beyond 48 hours. Wow, that's pretty nuts. Check the numbers coming off the GFS ensemble. Hot for the weekend, and again, the chance of rain very small here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll see if we get any rain from Florence early next week, but next week highs go in the 80s, and out there toward the end of the month, highs dropping to near 80. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
KS Heating and Air, the team ensuring your comfort.